Alrighty, hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, going to be continuing our Gladiator Manager gameplay session for our busygamerdad channel. Hopefully you guys like the stuff so far. I will have a link for this game should you want to pick it up for yourselves. Picked it up when it was on sale. It has been a tumultuous time, I'm not going to lie. You may be hearing things going on in the background, but I got to go ahead to record, so I'm going to do that. My daughter's going to gymnastics and things like that, so I've got like maybe about a half hour to an hour of window time to record this in between our events this weekend. So I wanted to get this done for you guys because I've been playing this game. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I have been doing terrible. Absolutely terrible. This game is mean. It makes me feel sad. And I don't know if it's because of how I'm playing it or if it's because I just, have the difficulty cranked up to a level where I'm not going to be able to beat it, or if there's some type of mechanics that I'm not quite understanding. But it's been fun. I'm not saying that it's, being mean for no reason. I do see where I'm failing and what I'm missing, and I do not know how to get what I'm missing until after I have learned the lesson. So this is a very good game in that regard, where where you get that incremental power creep and power upgrades and things like that. But the problem is that you have this duality where you need to make sure you have a good roster of people, and also making sure that you are able to bolster those people, but also have a good bench, a good depth in your bench, so that when you are going into fights, you have people to replace people that are all dead. And case in point, everyone in my entire retinue is dead. Every single one of them. I have just been making poor choices, basically is what it comes down to, and I have not been able to recover from that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to let the timer go, and I'm going to let it recover for a little bit, and then we'll see where we're at from there. I'll talk to you guys about what I've got going on in the guild right now. I've upgraded, as you can see, I got a priest. I have the cryomancer from last time, but I got the priestess this time to help with some healing and things like that. I did do the item shop to upgrade items, but this seems like it was a far-reaching thing that I probably shouldn't have done now. It's further down the list, so it makes sense that it's not as needed right now, because you use these items to upgrade gear, but it's not upgrade every gear. Only specific gear gets upgraded. So again, this is like, I think I got this too soon. I spent the resources on it, so I definitely learned a lesson there. I upgraded my gladiator slots. That's been really helpful to do that. My plan right now is to upgrade the quality of the gladiators that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be trying to save 150 wood and 90 stone to get the gladiator slots upgraded and special hires upgraded, essentially. And then I'm probably going to lean into either the tank or the hunter to upgrade those two, because those have been very instrumental for my gameplay. I have done a few quests for the human faction with the people. The warlock doesn't like necromancer. Sorry, the necromancer doesn't like me, and the baroness is neutral to me. All right, so everybody's up. She's got a level up. We can spend our points on her. She is a caster. Her talents all rely on basically intellect. There's one that does strength, and that's her melee attack. We don't care about that. So we want to keep her moving in the right direction with her strength abilities or with her intelligence abilities, nothing else. I do want to do her stands, do her stamina, and doing things like that. I don't think I need anything else. Maybe stamina, maybe we'll do 1 point for intellect, and we'll see what goes. All right, and then we got our hunter, who's now at level 4. He's our highest level character. I've been putting him in a lot of fights. He's also our strongest character because he's got this little perk here, magic enthusiast, and he gains a magic point or an agility percent for every magic crystal that we have. So I'm kind of been hoarding those, trying to keep those up. I do want to do, is it strength and agility? It is strength and agility, but the agility definitely procs a lot more on his abilities than anything else. The strength is for the burst shot, so not terrible to do strength as well. Like do 2 points in agility, 1 point in strength. Yeah, I think that might be a better way of doing it, but the agility helps with the dodge, so maybe 3 points, and then intellect is kind of a good idea, but not like a necessary thing. So I'll do 2 points in that. I'll do 1 point in that. I'll do 1 point in this, and then I'll do some HP, just because he's getting to be a little bit of a glass cannon. Our warg shadow, we definitely need to get him up to speed, because I don't think that the short answer is I don't like him. I think that he is definitely not performing well, so maybe it's something that I'm missing for his utilities. His main stat is agility, so we're just going to lean into that. We're going to do 3 points in agility. He's meant to get into the back line, and he's meant to chew up their defenses. So I'm going to move up his movement speed, and I'm going to move up his HP so that he can actually survive a little bit more. All right. Now, we have done these right here. Now we have a blind fight. I have no idea how many people are going to be allowed into that fight. I have no idea what the outcome's going to be. So we'll try it out. We'll see what happens. I was going to write down our dad joke on a piece of paper, but I realized my pencil was dull, so it was kind of pointless. All right, so there's our dad joke. There's our dad joke. So we have 4 people that we can put in here. I'm going to do everyone except for my... Now, I know I said this, and I'm going to do everyone except for my hunter. The cryomancer can sit in the back, and she can just be the heal bot for this guy. Now, you do have some effect inside this game for tasking priorities. You can click on them and find out where your team priorities are and things like that. Let me think. So can I... Must lock on team priority. So I will lock my team. There we are. Okay, so level 4. Wow. Ooh. She's gonna be tough. She's the tank. The assassin's gonna get in there and probably crush him. So I'm gonna have him stand on guard duty. And then I'm gonna do priority. So the priestess, I want her to focus on. Actually, if I do this way here. Put her in the way back. These guys are going to naturally phase and focus on the casters. That's their job. So if I have him kind of run in between that, and then I want to have him go into that. Fighter classes. I guess no. We'll make low and then support characters and then ranged characters. And then they're all melee characters. So I'm assuming that that's what he's going to do. You are going to fight the fighters. That's your job. You are going to fight the fighters. Yes. Ally under attack. That's a priority for you. Ally under attack. That's a priority for you. You don't have that toggle. Let's see the setup. Setup is really important in this game. I've realized that. And that through my own failures. Just setup is really, really important. Crimson Mist. Intelligence of all gladiators is increased by 30%. So these guys are naturally going to be super powerful. I actually want to move them back just a hair. Yeah, let's have this go and we'll see. Because they're going to phase and then they're going to start running towards our back line. And they can make it all the way to the back line. Wow, I did not expect them to make it all the way to the back line. She needs to focus on healing. He's still up, which is great. He's going to Frost Nova, but he goes down. Bummer. Yeah, so their focus is on that. And he did what he needed to do there. We lost the warg. Ooh, ow. Ow. So is that a ranged unit or is that a melee unit? Okay, so I now know. I was wondering if I wanted to test a theory that I had, that the assassins had a time duration for their stealth, and if they do, it's longer than their movement speed would, or it's faster than their movement speed to get to the enemy. So meaning what I'm saying in way too many words is, they go stealth, and they can run and get to my guy before the stealth wears off. That's what I'm saying. Words is hard sometimes. All right, so here we go. There's that. We got through it. They're down, getting a much-needed rest. We did get ourselves a little bit more money here. Rumored whispers. Oh, okay. I'll do that. I don't mind that. Rumored whispers. So this game is very comical. I like the tongue-in-cheek kind of humor in here. The necromancer, he wants to, take over the world. The baroness wants to take over the world. The peasants just want to be left alone. So it's kind of funny. We can choose some good rewards here. We can get the level 2 axe, which is kind of what we already have, but we can get some more money, which is really important. I'm fine with doing a negative for the necromancer run. I just think it's going to be a little bit hard. One-on-one. A one-on-one. So I'm actually just going to do this. You just do this right there. There you go. Let's see if you can do it. Really, this guy is blocking everything. Good, we got the shield off him. Nice, there we are. Okay, good. So we had to take the shield away from him. I do like that the game... So you can mouse over everything. You can go in here and, get right up in the thick of things if you wanted to. And we are okay. I'm glad I put him in there, because I don't think anyone else would have survived. I do not think that anyone else would have survived. Let's see here. So we can choose our reward. Do I want health? Enhanced ring. I think the ring might be a really good idea. Health wouldn't be terrible. I think I'm going to go with and the axe. What level axe do we have on you? Level 1. You also have an axe that's level 1, right? Or level 2, I'm sorry. Level 2. We don't need it on you. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with the soft enhanced ring and put that on our healer. I think that's the better choice. As far as the rewards here go, I'm going to get stone because that's our limiting factor right now. We get enough money from other things that I'm okay. I could do ore if I really wanted to. I could do the crystals. The crystals would really give this guy a huge boost. But I think I want to go with the stone. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, cool. So we got that. We're going to put this on you. You're going to relax there. We can go to the market. We can trade if we really wanted to. We can trade mana crystals and everything like that. The iron ore, or iron ingots, I'm sorry, give you a lot of money if you're really strapped on cash, at least for my game here. I don't know if that's random or something, but at the end of the day, it's definitely something that's like, hey, you want iron or you want money, you can sell iron. If you need iron, you can buy it for a pretty penny. So definitely something to consider. Let's see here. Let's see here. Do I want more wood? Do I want to lean into an upgrade right now? I don't know. I don't think so. I do not mind the prospect of opening up my gladiator slots to create some depth in my bench. But like I said, I want to get able to hire special types of gladiators. Shop. I do want to try and save up for this. So that's something worthwhile here. Reviving temple, higher tier. That's not terrible. Yeah, so this game is meant to be a little bit slower paced than I originally thought it would be. Okay. I should note that these difficulty ratings are very true. They're very, very true. So this peasant training right here, it's a one-on-one battle. I cannot do it. I can't beat it. I just can't beat it. For some reason, I have not gotten the skills I need to beat this one. I have not gotten the things to beat this one. I came close, very close, with the hunter as my guy, but I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you actually. That's not a bad idea. Let's try it because it's gonna go away if I don't do it. So let's try it out. I'll show you. And again, this is just one of those things where it's like I just flatly cannot do this one. I should give him a consumable. Not knockdown, health, not movement speed. Maybe health is the best one. Yeah. I guess maybe giving him health wouldn't be terrible. Alright. So I have him focused on the fighters. Let's have him focus on the fighters this time around. Or restore to default. Restore to default. Yeah, that's fine. There we are. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to have him go all the way in the back here. And he's just going to maybe shoot these guys. I'd hate to back him into a corner, but we'll see. Got some damage downrange. Got one down. Now it's going to make me a liar, which is great, because I would love to be. Because this thing depleted my entire bench of all my guys. This one completely destroyed my entire bench. I'm so glad that we were able to get through that. Alright, cool. Hope they picked up a thing or two. I am going to go... I don't need the money. I'll take the rock. And then, yep, hope they picked up a thing or two. I'm so glad that I got through that. And he did still use his potion, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's look in here. Let's see if there's anyone we can get. There's a level 3 priestess. We already have a level 3. Is she worth it? Not really. I would like to get the pyromancer. I would like to get... There's so many cool, like, gladiators that I don't have access to yet because I'm stuck with, like, these buildings needing to be built. And then my, you know, maybe that's what I need to do next. I'll get the assassin one, like a melee chaser. Like, that's what the Worgen, or Warg, is supposed to be. He's supposed to be like a getting behind the enemy lines and chew him up kind of thing. But the assassin does it with, like, you know, stealth and doesn't get chewed up. Alright, so let's go in here. There's 3, so I do have 3. 1, 2, 3. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. So we will probably end up picking the mana crystals if we succeed. This is 3 on 4. This is not going to be fun. Alright, so I'm going to actually group them down here. Okay, and then I want to do... Can I change priority stats? Ranged? No, I want you to focus on the fighters. There. And then I want you to focus on there and there. And then I want you to focus on the fighting enemies. So that way you guys don't go running off. Do I want to use consumables? I think that's a good idea. I think that's a pretty good idea. If I use the health potion on you, that'll be good. And then we'll start it up and we'll see. Yep, focus on him. That's why I wanted you there. We're doing okay. Getting into the thick of it. Yep, got one down. Now it's even numbers. Wow. Crazy. The crazy amount of damage that this guy throws out is just bonkers. But he's got really low accuracy, so it kind of works out. Yeah, geez, wow, so crazy. All right, cool. And he got all 4 kills. He's gonna be super expensive. Well done, peasant. Yay. Oh no, well done, peasants will sleep softly. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna pick the mana crystals because that will make this guy even stronger. All right, cool. Awesome. So that was kind of that. Is there anything in the item shop before it changes over that I should be looking at? I don't think so. Everyone has, except for the Worgen. Maybe the health would be worth it? There's a sword. There's that. There's a shield and strength. Does strength come into play for you? I don't think it does. No, it's all, well, it does, but not a lot. So, is it because I'm not understanding how the warg works? That could be a very possible problem. All right, so we have the leather cloak. So what if I were to do... Let's give him another item, because he's the only one who also doesn't have another item. Gladiator gains 100, but loses... Ooh, ow, that's like really good for you, but also very dangerous. I mean, I guess that's kind of worth it, because if we get this, that's pretty expensive though, 400 bucks. But this is an upgrading item. This is something that you can choose to upgrade. So this is universal basic. That means I can use these tools at a later date to upgrade it. And you can see that right here. I could actually do that now if I really wanted to, but I don't want to do that. I want to kind of reserve myself. So instead what I'm going to do is I will do the leather cloak. I think that's the better choice. Yes, I would like to do the leather cloak, because that will hopefully help the warg, or I could do the leather armor to just increase its health, because he's like a little bit of a glass cannon, just getting behind enemy lines and dying. Actually, let's do the headpiece. Headpiece is 100 more, 105 more, but it gives him such a huge amount. Or what are your boots? Movement speed and stamina. So actually, let's move the boots there. And let's give you the helmet. Let's buy this helmet there, and then we'll put it on you. There. Okay. There. So that way I don't have to worry about things. I'm too much on that regard. Yeah, so I think that's everything. I did all our events and everything like that. So let's move the timeline up. So there is a discount day at the shop that is really kind of powerful. If you can look at the shop and see, like this, 50% off, this one here. So that was kind of why I didn't want to spend too much at the shop. It doesn't look like it's anything that will really, really get a big use out of. Oh, this one's not bad. Getting a sword, getting the long sword, and then we sell this. I mean, incremental upgrades is not a bad idea. So if I were to do this and sell that and then get the sword for 30% off, and then, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll do that. There. Okay, so now I don't feel so bad. And everyone has 2 slots, right? Yep, everyone. So this might be the next thing I go softly. What is it? Softly enhanced necklace right there. And then Softly enhanced. I feel like this is not as useful for her. Like the blue gem, I just picked it up on a whim. He doesn't need agility. It's all strength for him and intellect. So, again, not really the best use of it. Like, how much does this give? Stamina and intellect. So, I guess what I want to do for her... Can I click her real quick? There. So, I'm actually going to put this over here. I'm going to give... She has a wrist guard already? Yeah, so if I give her this, and then I pick this up, is that the right play? Is that the right play? I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't see a reason why not to. Yeah, let's do that. What's the worst that could happen? I'm horribly wrong. That's happened before. There. Okay, so now he's a lot better off. I do got to swap his trait out because his trait isn't helping him at all. His trait is not helping him at all. And traits are a huge thing in this game. I did not realize how important traits were, but they are a huge thing in this game. All right, so now we've completed everything. We can change everything up. We could do the blind fight. We can do the one-on-one. We can do the 3v3. Let's do the 3v3 because that's probably the most risky. Oh, wargs. They're going to charge right into the back line. So if I do you, and you. Let's see what happens. Okay, now what's your priorities right now? Range, support units, fighter units. I will have you focus on the fighter units. Yours is the support units and the ranged units. I'm actually going to have you go all the way on that. And then yours is just going to be the fighter. Alright, so here's the fun thing I'm going to try. I want to try this. I'm going to drop you here, and I'm going to put you right here. We'll see what happens. Yep, they just blitzed right to her. That's what I thought. So putting him far away from my healer is not the right idea. Because she's gone now. She's down. I don't see her surviving. Yep, she's down, but I think we're going to win overall. Yeah, so, okay, so she's got to be right next to somebody who can front for her. Because, well, in this fight makeup, just because these guys are going to naturally want to just defeat him. And our warg went down too. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. 2 for 2. I mean, we're going to win, but it's like, oh, that sucks. That just sucks. Yeah, we're having some struggles with our stamina as well, doing our abilities. So we definitely need to round out that. That's like the big thing. That's the big problem for me right now is the rounding out of my stamina. All right, so let's see. Gladiator shop. Getting another frontliner. I don't see one that I want. Let's go in here real quick. Let's see here. So I can remove this one if I wanted to. But this one here. He gets 30% intellect if no other guy is with him, near him. That's really powerful, but I don't know if that's like the best thing for him. And restore Crimson Lungs. Oh, okay, so during Crimson Mist. So you can alter their traits during fights or during Crimson Mist, like right here, you see this? And then this one's going to have different weather. I don't know what that one is. Maybe that's something, like the blue is rain, I believe. Disable minimum range requirement for ability. Increases agility by 5%. Nope, don't need that. High winds. Maybe this is high winds. Alright. Faster experience. Can't be set on fire. Extrovert is probably the better one. Max of 2. But yeah, I guess I'll leave it alone right now. Guess I'll leave it alone for right now. Alright, and then we're gonna move out of this way. We're gonna move out of this one. And then we're gonna get an event. Peasant training 2. We can't do this one. I don't see us I don't see us winning this. As much as I would like to, I do not see us winning this one. I'm gonna hold off until I get into a couple more fights and maybe this guy can shoot through them. But that's 4 of these guys. I just don't see this. Let's try it. Let's see what happens, just to show you how bad it went last time. Yeah, 4 of these guys. Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that could happen right here? He dies horribly. Movement speed. Immune to knockback. Let's try it and see. Because he's going to stun them. Like that. And he almost took that one out. Maybe the Cryomancer is the better one? Yeah, he's not going to win. He could maybe stun them. No. Yeah, Cryomancer is probably the one that we need. Or not Cryomancer, sorry. Pyromancer is probably the one we need for this. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Well, he did gain a level up, so... let's do intellect by that. Let's do stamina, HP, and... let's do that one more time. There. Okay. No, I'm not going to revive him. So what would it take for me to get a Pyromancer? What does it take for me to get a Pyromancer again? Something to look forward to next time, try and unlock it. I can get it now. I could do that now. Sure. Let's see here. So now I can get a Pyromancer. Are there any good ones? 14, 10. Like, why are you... you have way more health. What is yours? Gain 2% kill at max of 30. Okay. And then all yours is intellect based, right? Intellect and strength. Strength. Intellect. Okay, so just basically literally setting things on fire and watching them burn. Okay. Ranged AoE. So yours is... you have... this one, she seems to be flatly better. I mean, 2 more intellect isn't... 4 more intellect, sorry. But they have way more health. 25 more stamina. I think that this one's actually better. Yeah. I mean, they have much less health, but... 180. Let's buy them. Let's see what happens with them. We'll bring them into the fray next episode, or in a later episode. This was busygamerdad showing you Gladiator Guild Manager. I have a link for it should you want to pick it up. I picked it up when it was on sale. I recommend you get your games that way if you're a busy gamer like me and don't have time to sit down and play a lot of games. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. This was our session gameplay game this week. We will do one more episode. I'll play through a little bit more offline, get a little bit further down the progression path, and get some more units unlocked and things like that. Hopefully you guys are liking the content so far, but this has been a lot of fun. We'll catch you on our 3rd and final episode. Later.